The first time I went to Greece, the women especially, they had voices like mine. I saw people who gestured the way I did.
You got a love bite on your neck. He's coming back this morning. What's the matter with you? Your life's going down the toilet.
As a matter of fact, he's very impressed that he didn't go insane just hanging around you for 30 years.
Here, hit this. Go ahead, Malin, slapper.
I was born in Lowell, Massachusetts. I was given the name Olympia Mary Gladys Dukakis, which in Greek sounds Olympia Maria Dukakis. It was a time when the mills were very active in Lowell, Massachusetts, and a lot of Greeks had gone there. My father, Constantine Stylianos Dukakis, was an Anatolian Greek who fled the Turks in the early part of the 20th century. They fled to initially Mytilene. Mytilene was a wonderful surprise for me when I went to visit. I found a little kid running around and I said to him, "Where is the Dukakis home?" Because I'd seen the sign, the ancestral home of Michael Dukakis. I said, "Where is his ancestral home?" And we had to climb up this mountainous part, and I saw this little teeny house, 2 floors. Each floor had 1 room on it, and the kitchen and the bathroom was outside. And I thought of my grandmother cooking there, and I thought, oh, it must have been a time of real pleasure for her. My mother, Alexandra Dukakis, her maiden name was Christos, came from a small little village in the southern part of Greece. Her village was Karvela. There I rented a car and drove through kind of volcanic mountains and came to this little village, and there were 3 women there. And they kept looking at me, and I kept looking. They had their little bandanas around. They were short, like my mother. And while we were talking, I looked at these women's eyes, and their eyes were my color. Now, there are not too many Greeks walking around with hazel eyes. And I just started to cry, because I realized that these women would have been my friends. Now, the food is, the Greeks love lamb. There's hardly any beef. My mother couldn't cook a piece of beef if you paid her. Great lovers of vegetables, spinach, artichokes, string beans. They have wines. They have wonderful wines. They love to party. They're good partiers. They have stamina for party. You can go out with Greeks. They call it a pareia. You go with a group, and so they drink, and they eat, and then they get up and they dance it off, and then they can sit down and they argue it off, and then the whole thing begins all over again, and then that's considered a great night.
Hey, Yasu, Yamas, Yamas, Yamas.
What is actually remarkable about this family is that in one generation, the drive to become assimilated, the drive for education, brought one child, one offspring, to run for president of the United States, my cousin Michael, and the other, myself, to become an actress and to receive an Oscar. But what I think is important is to go back and find not only the wonderful things, but the things that are painful and surprising, because it helps you really understand what your people went through and what's behind you. It's really important, I think, to know what's behind you so that you really can know what's in front of you.